Hi, my name is Joanne Martin, and last year I studied Advanced Higher Biology and Advanced Higher Chemistry at the Glasgow Caledonian University Advanced Higher Hub. I'm making this video as I feel as though my views are being oppressed as they are not in agreement with those running the hub. I feel as though important changes need to be put in place because I don't want anyone to experience what I did when studying at the Advanced Higher Hub. The biggest challenge when studying at the hub was the timetable that they created for us to follow. You'd have 2 classes of advanced hires per week. One would be 3.5 hours long, another 2.5 hours long. Obviously you can't study for 3.5 hours straight, so with the breaks you had to have, you'd end up only getting around 4.5 hours of teaching time, which is a lot less than what you would at school or if you were at college. The GCU hub started in late September, which was already 6 weeks behind every other high school doing advanced hires, so we were already at a disadvantage before we even begun studying at the hub. The twilight class would run from 4 PM to 6:30 PM at night, but on those days you'd still be expected to attend school throughout the day. So you would leave your house in the morning to say about 7 o'clock to go to school, and you wouldn't get home until about 7:30 at night, and you'd basically be stuck in a classroom for that entire time, or if not, running or getting a first bus across the city. On those days, it was especially challenging if you had homework to do when you got home in the evenings, if you had any tests coming up that you had to revise for, as all that time was excluding the extra work you had to do. Nobody really took into account if you had anything to do after school, like a life, and I actually had to drop out a lot of extracurricular activities that I'd done. This was especially challenging when applying for uni, as you have to obviously write a personal statement and fill out all the other interests and stuff you have, but attending the hub, you don't have time really to do anything else. In my biology class, there was 20 students from about 8 different schools, and it was just awful. Because the Advanced Higher Hub wasn't a registered SQA presenting centre, the high school that you attended presented you for your exam. So when this was the case, the SQA wouldn't be aware of any cheating going on by doing investigations in groups, as long as you weren't in a group with others from your high school. So I was in a group with 2 other students from different high schools, and we worked on an investigation in a group, which is strictly against the SQA guidelines, but those at the Advanced Higher Hub didn't really care about any individual's educational experiences. All they really cared about was their own self-image. When attending the Advanced Higher Hub, I missed classes of English every single week, as I was doing 2 advanced hires at the hub and 1 higher in school. Over the course of the year, missing those classes and the additional supported study classes, it works out that I missed 200 hours of teaching in school, and on results day I was only a few % off an A, which potentially I could have got if I didn't study advanced hires at the hub. I was very fortunate that I only missed limited classes at school. I know others who missed many more, and their results were affected. I think this is a terrible example to set for young students who are just about to embark on a university career, and I think it again just amplifies the fact that the hub are not interested in any individual's sort of development. All they want is good results and a good image for themselves. I missed out on a lot of the activities that were being run by my school and just the general 6-year experience. As I was at the hub 4 out of the 5 days a week, I sort of lost contact in the relationships I had at school, not only with fellow students but also some of the teaching staff just started to dissolve. I was a school captain and wasn't aware of anything that was happening in school. No, I felt very ambushed by both the Advanced Higher Hub and my school. When voicing my opinions at the hub, they were ignored, and when returning to school and voicing them in school, they were also ignored. When the Advanced Higher results came out, I got no follow-up to see how I was doing or to see if I had started university or not. This again just leads to the fact that they didn't care about any individual and all they wanted was a good reputation. I believe that the communication between the Advanced Higher Hub and my school was very poor. I'd often go back to school and want to discuss some of the things that were happening at the hub, but the staff at my school wouldn't really be aware of it. And that was also the case inside the hub, where the deputy head was only there part-time, and often, I attended the hub more than she did, and I often knew more about what was happening than she did, which is just very embarrassing and just shows the complete lack of organisation by the Advanced Higher Hub. When the SQA exam results came out on results day, the Advanced Higher Hub posted on their Facebook page that they had a 74% pass rate. I found this very surprising, as according to Glasgow City Council, the advanced higher pass rates was 83% the previous year for all the schools that attended the advanced higher hub. So all 19 of the schools involved, I had calculated that their average pass rate for an advanced higher was 83%, and with the advanced higher pass rate at the hub being 74%, this is a significantly large drop. I don't understand why this is being celebrated or seen as a progress of widening access and raising attainment. Thanks for listening everyone, and I hope you found some of the information in the video very useful. Bye!